Alright, so for this question, it says calculate the swap rate for a 2-year deferred, 3-year interest rate swap. Okay, so that means that 2 years are deferred, right? So cross these out, but it's still a 3-year interest rate swap. So what does that mean? Well, it does. This problem doesn't explicitly say that a notional amount is involved, where it's a level payment of, for example, $100,000, and we only set the equation based around the fixed rate, or R, and then towards the end of the sequence we repeat the last discounting factor again without the R, and we set the whole thing equal to 1. No, because it doesn't say anything about it being notional amount. So this is going to be a non-level type interest rate swap problem, right? Which means that since this is 2-year deferred but still a 3-year, we have to use 1, 2, 3 B spot rates to determine what we are working with, right? So now let's start with the fixed rates, right? So for R, we'll just put it over 1.034 to 3 plus R over 1.036 to the 4 plus R over 1.04 to the 5, right? No adding one, no repeating, no, it's just like this because it is a non-level interest rate swap. Now, the other part of the equation is that we want to use the floating rate, right? This is the floating rate side. So again, we're gonna bring these spot rates over to the other side first. And remember, they're asking for the swap rate. What does that mean? That means R, or it could also mean the fixed rate, right? In other words, let's find R, right? Now, yeah, let's set up the equations. Now the other side is going to have to deal with floating rate, right? So how would we find the floating rate? Well, since 2 years is deferred, we would have to find the floating rate from 2 to 3 to arrive at a floating rate for this part, right? So what does that mean? Well, we're going to find F from 2 to 3, which means that in order to do that, we're going to have to input it in the equation, right? Then times this based on a spot rate at time S2, and within the whole framework current year, we would set it all equal to 1 plus S to the 3. Now let's solve. I'm going to input spot rate at 3, 1.034 to the 3rd power. Then I'm going to divide it by this spot rate at 2, which is 3.1, so 1.031 to the 2, right? And then in order to find this, let's move 1 to the other side, right? So I'm going to take my calculator and get 1.034 to the 3 divided by 1.031 to the 2 And we're going to subtract 1. And we're going to find out that the forward rate of F2 from 3 is going to be 4%. So I'm going to put 0.04 here. Now, second part is that we're going to have to find the forward rate from 3 to 4, right? So I'm going to take my eraser. So from 3 to 4. So if we find the forward rate from 3 to 4, that means that we would have to change this to 3, and we would also have to change this to 4. So I'm going to erase these. Hold on. So now I'm going to take these. So from 3 to 4. Right, from 3 to 4. Now, 3 is here. 4 as a whole thing to the equation. Now, spot rate 4 is going to be 1.036. Spot rate 3 is going to be 1.034. Now let's solve. Yeah, gonna do 4, 3. Okay, so it's going to be 1.036 to the 4 divided by 1.034 to the 3, and then subtract 1, and we're going to get 4.2% as the forward rate. So 0.042. Now we're going to do forward rate from 4 to 5. And you know what? I'm just going to rewrite. From 4 to 5. So this is going to be 4. This is going to be 5. So now I'm going to do 1.04 to the 5 over 1.036 to the 4. And I'm going to subtract 1 from it. So I'm going to get 1.04 to the 5 divided by 1.036 to the 4, right? And I'm going to subtract 1. So I'm going to get 5.6155 as the effective, as the forward rate. So I'm going to put 0.05615. Okay. Now let's solve to find R. Okay, well, first things first, I could first solve for this part. I'm going to do 1 divided by 1.034 cubed. It's going to be 0.904 2, right? Now, R plus 1 over 0.036 to the 4 will be 0.868082454. R plus 1 over 1.04 to the 5. It's going to be 0.219271107, and then I'm going to add these two, so plus 0.868082454 plus 0.904562092, right? So this whole part is going to be 2.945716553 R. Now I'm going to solve for this part. So I'm going to do 0.04 divided by 1.034 to the 3. It's going to be 0.0. Okay, now this one, 0.042 divided by 1.036 to the 4, get 0.0. Okay, and then this one's going to be 0.05615 divided by 1.04 to the 5. It's going to get 0.046151207. Add these two plus 0.036459463 plus 0.036182484. Okay, I'm going to get 0.118793154. I'm going to divide this, divided by 2.594571653. And then I'm going to end up getting 0.0457, which is practically 4.57%, which is going to be closest to the answer D. Swap rate R, fixed rate.